Hi everyone, welcome to the second episode of our podcast VinTalks, and we have with us today the founder and director of IT Champs, Ms. Prajakta Kutnikar. Welcome you today.
Thank you.
Before diving into our podcast, let me introduce her first. Prajakta is a founding director of a leading Mysore-based SAP consulting and education firm, IT Champs Software, and is a strong IT professional with over 20 years of experience working on different verticals of SAP like consulting, implementation, licensing, cloud partnerships, success factors, and education. Coming from a modest background and from a small town, Prajakta realized the importance of having the right career guidance, mentorship, and role models. And hence today, she is actively involved in supporting various organizations fostering entrepreneurship and women's leadership. Being a resilient proponent of women's empowerment, Prajakta takes pride in being a first-generation couple entrepreneur, along with her husband. She focuses on building integrity through her passion and perseverance. Apart from work, she not only practices dancing, meditation, and enjoys yoga, but also loves gardening and spending time with her pet, Oreo, who she believes is her third child. She is the proud mom of two and believes that her family is the backbone to her success. From the way she found her career path to the ups and downs, let us uncover the leadership story at our VinTalks today. We believe that you're from a small town, Solapur, and you moved to another small town, Mysore, and you've built a very big and a vast IT company which is into providing solutions not only in SAP as well as in the education sector. How did you get into this IT field, and what made you get into this field?
Yeah. First of all, thank you, Deepashree. And second, I'm born, as you said, I'm from a small city, and out of 4 siblings, my 2 sisters were doctors, and they were studying day and night, and they were continuously working with them. And then after looking at them, I don't feel like going to the medical field. And during my childhood, only 2 professions were in demand, I say, and where the society used to praise, and that were medical and engineering. So since I've seen the struggle what my sisters have gone through while doing their medical, I thought that it's not my cup of tea. So I thought it's better to go with the engineering, and then I entered into the engineering field. I did my engineering in 1995.
Okay.
And then after that, I got married. I was traveling across the globe. And then once we came back to Mysore and settled, my husband started this company called IT Champs. And from there, my IT journey started as a director.
Wonderful. You took on a position of a director and a founder, and the day you took it on, what was it that you felt?
It was actually a mixed feeling that I was happy, I was overwhelmed. At the same time, I was scared, because each title, each role comes with a responsibility. And I was thinking whether I'll be able to do justice to that post. And my husband has trusted me with confidence that I'll be able to do justice. I have that capability of doing, and that's where he gave me this position of director of education. And it's been 12 years I'm doing the directorship of education in IT Champs. And it's every day in and day out is a learning session
for you. You spoke about something about fear of taking it up. What was your biggest fear when you took up this position?
Actually, in my childhood, I was dreaming of becoming like not owner, but yeah, I wanted to always work into the management.
Okay.
And when I got married, I was telling my husband, like, though I'm from a technical background, though I'm from an engineer background, but my preference will be always a management. And that's where he supported when we started company, and he gave this role. And that day I felt like my dream has come true.
That's amazing. You spoke about fear, and there's always something that we fear about, and there's also something about we face challenges. And I feel both of them go hand in hand. What are the challenges that you have faced, and what has been your biggest fear when you've taken up this role as a founder of a company? What is it that you went through?
Yeah, actually, not only a director, but every role, every step has a challenge. And as a woman also, we have challenges. As a director, we have challenges. As a woman director and education director, I face a lot of challenges. Like, students come with great attitude, saying that we want to do this and all that. To convince them properly, to give them proper career to them, it is really a challenging task.
Yes.
And also there are some students who come from a crucial financial background, but they are desperate to learn.
Yes.
So I have to go out of my way to help them. So that is, again, I'm extending my own limits to help them. And then sometimes there are parents who think that the kids are small kids, though they come for a professional courses, and they have to spoon feed them, like, no, you can do this. No. And every decision what the student take, it has to be pampered, or it has to be supported by parents.
Yes.
And that's again a challenge for us, because we can't convince them that what is good and what is bad, because their motherly instinct, their parental instinct will be there to support their kids. So these are the few challenges as a director, but every walk of life has challenges. So as a woman, and as a doing like household jobs while doing office work, we have to sacrifice few things from here and there. We can't commit to the office fully, because we have to take care. We are daughter-in-laws, we are mothers, we are wives, and apart from that, we are in joint family. So we have to take all those responsibility along with that. Those are the challenges what I feel that we have to work. Like, it helps us to make a strong person. And I feel that challenges are the path which leads to the success.
Yes.
So that are there. And then fears, as a director, and my husband always tells that I put lot of aggressive targets on myself.
Okay.
Because I feel that unless you cross that limit, you don't know your potential.
True.
So I feel that once you put that limit, you know where to go, how to go.
Yes.
And that gives me a lot of fear, because end of the day, end of the month, if I don't complete my target, I get so stressed out. Like, I'll be telling my husband, like, I've not completed my target. I'll continuously nagging behind. And he's like, why do you put so aggressive targets? Like, so that is one part I always fear, that if you put your targets to yourself. Now I'm heading the training division. I am owner of this company, but I feel that I also need a target to work towards.
Yes.
And that gives me a confidence, and that gives me a strength to know my own capabilities, know my own potentials.
Yes. So clearly, you're letting us know that it's important as directors, as founders, to have certain targets that we set for ourselves. And the only way we can see that we also learn and grow within the organization, and it doesn't become a stagnant job. That being a founder or a director is not being a stagnant job, but there is learning and there is growth every day. and you face certain fears by setting these standards that you've put for yourself and the targets that you've put out for yourself. When you were talking about this, you spoke something about sacrifice, which is, I think, all of us as women entrepreneurs, like we say we sacrifice a lot of things, and on the personal front, it is seen as you've sacrificed some things personally. What is it that you think that you might have sacrificed? Do you think we sacrifice, or it's a part of a process? And what are your thoughts about the entirety of sacrifice that we talk, where we have left out something in our personal lives?
Actually, as a woman, not only me, each woman has to do some sacrifices.
Okay.
From the childhood, they have to adjust to their male siblings, like
Yes.
parents will be giving preferences to the male siblings. So that is one type of a sacrifice they do.
Yes.
And then after marriage, they have to leave their house and come to the husband's house.
Yes.
That is a sacrifice woman has to do.
Yes.
And also in boardrooms, actually as compared to earlier, where women were not given so much importance.
Yes.
But now, most of the boardrooms, or CB has given confirmation that 30% of the boardroom should be occupied by women.
Yes.
And I am a certified independent director. So I get an opportunity to work on the boardrooms with different companies. And I'm blessed because my husband feels that every woman should be given that opportunity. And so he always supports me in all my decisions. So I say, like, a lot of sacrifices I have done at the house front, because when you are handling house plus office, you have to handle one at a time.
Yeah.
So that's where it is a tough job for us to balance work and life both together.
You spoke about learning, and we learn throughout our careers, and we make mistakes. And I'm sure every mistake has a learning. Have you made mistakes when you took up this role, and even today when you've taken up this role? And what is your biggest learning out of these mistakes?
Yeah, as a director of the company, and a lot of mistakes we do on and off, like hiring wrong people, you end up with wrong decisions.
Yes.
Or trusting wrong people, where at the crucial point they leave you and go.
Yes.
So those are the mistakes we do as a director.
Yes.
And I feel that if you do mistake, you are able to learn something. And I can say that if you do mistake, you can do only 3 things. Admit it,
Okay.
learn it, and not to redo it. Like repeat it again. So that is what we do as in the office. Like, we learn all these mistakes, give us a lot of learning experience
in life. So you spoke about learning, and I think every time I've looked at something that you've done, it's always been about learning, and it also talks about the fact that every time there is some learning session within the organization, Miss Prajakta is right there in every learning session. Has there ever been someone, say a woman entrepreneur or a woman role model or anyone else, who has molded you in a way, or you look up to someone who you think has brought in these values that you think learning has to be a part? And do you look up to someone that way?
Yeah, as every child, mother is the role model.
Yes.
And for me, it's the same thing. My mother is the role model for me, and she is like lot of inspiration for me, because my dad used to travel a lot, and then she was alone with us.
Okay.
And we were 4 sisters, and now I can proudly say that we all 4 are highly educated, and that is only because of my mother. And she used to say that even if you don't have money, you can manage, but if you don't have education, the society won't trust you or don't respect you.
Yes.
So that one single sentence has given us the confidence to work hard. And now we are like 4 sisters with 2 doctors, 1 engineer and 1 MA med.
Wow.
So all 4 are like highly educated, and I give the credit only to my mother, because my dad used to travel a lot. And apart from that role model, second credit goes to my husband.
Yes.
Because he has supported me in every walk of life. Whether I get scared, whether I feel confidence, whether I want to learn something, he is like a strong pillar for me. Like, and he can only. And the third one is my kids, who has always supported. They always tell that you live as an individual, not as a husband, as a wife, not as mother, not as a director, but you live as an individual where you want to do anything. Please go ahead and do. The other inspiring ladies I always look at are Mother Teresa, and recently I met Sitaram, Nirmala Sitaram, our finance minister. And her simplicity has inspired me so much. And the way she spoke, it was really amazing. And not only me, I think every girl, every woman should look at her as an inspiring personality. Because the way she talks, the way she walks, gives lot of learning to everybody. So those are my few inspiring ladies, as well as the inspiring role models
in your life.
Yeah, in my life.
So within an organization, nowadays, like you said, there are a lot of mothers who are pushing their daughters to go out, get educated, not stop with just 1 or 2 degrees, get as many as they can, stand up on their own 2 feet. And it's so important that we as women support other women within the organization. How do you think we can actually do that?
Yeah, first of all, I can just say that caring gives the success to the life. And a woman can care and support other women, because that is where the other woman gets that confidence to step forward. I'm working in this company from past 18 years. I have so many girls who are working in my team, and I feel like every woman goes through lot of stress, lot of problems, and they can't tell these to men. So it's only women who has to support the front women. And so because sometimes they might have gone through the same situation, so it makes a lot of sense to support the women. And I can give my own example. My daughter right now is studying in US. She is getting graduated.
Wow.
And when she wanted to go to US, like my husband was really little doubtful, like how can I send a girl and all that, because my son already has left to US for his undergraduation, and then when it came to girl, my husband was no, we can't send her and all that. But then I was the one who was like telling my husband, unless you give that platform to her, how will she learn? Like how will she become independent? And that's where we decided, okay, we'll send her to US. And by God's grace, I'm so happy that she is completing her graduation now next month, and now she wants to shift to LA, where she is doing her graduation in fashion designing. And then she decided to settle in LA. So now it is other way around. I am scared to send her to LA, but now my husband is more confident looking at her, and he is like, okay, let her go. She can handle anything. And that's where it makes a lot of difference when your family supports you at the family front, and in office it's your women in the colleagues who are there to support you, because they already have gone through all those phases. So it's good that each one has to understand that and support the ladies
within the organization.
Within the organizations.
So we spoke about women throughout the organization. So what do you have to say to women who have taken up top roles, leadership roles, and do you think that it makes a change having a woman? I know you did speak about women being on the board, and you are someone who's on the board. What is the dynamics that it brings in having a woman on on that level of a leadership?
First thing, I can appreciate the women for their multitasking.
Okay.
Which men can't do. I'm sorry, I'm not against any men, but this is the fact that ladies are multitasking. They can handle multiple things at a time.
Yes.
And they are more dedicated and more hardworking.
Yes.
So that gives them that edge over men.
Yes.
To control the whole organization. And their minute detailing gives them that confidence to handle everything. Which men are one-sided, like they can do what they are really good with their work, but when they are working, they can work on one front. But ladies can work when they are doing some work, even their ears, their eyes, everything will be around, and that they can do like multitasking. And that's where they can understand what others are going through or where they need the support. So when they are on the top position, they can handle everything, I feel like.
So you look at it as women in leadership roles and in the boardroom bring in a sense of whatever is the missing chip, having just men around and their very straightjacketed approach towards something, but instead having a holistic approach to everything is what you think a woman would bring up. You have a very, very busy life, I'm sure. Holding this position of a founder, director, I'm sure your day stretches beyond 5:30. How is it that you unwind, or what is it that you do to take care of yourself?
I feel health is wealth. I think everybody will know. So during COVID, I'm not shy to say that I had to take counseling help because of my health. But that time when I was taking counseling, I realized what health is like.
Yes.
In your busy schedule, whatever you do, but you need that break for yourself. And that's where I started doing yoga, gym, and dance classes.
Wow.
So I feel that I have a dance passion. So for me, dance gives me that energy. And gym gives me that strength.
Okay.
And yoga gives me that flexibility.
Amazing.
So I realized that if you have something passion, you have to go and follow that passion. That's where you will relax yourself in your busy schedule. And apart from this, I travel a lot.
Okay.
I'm part of a lot of organizations like TIE, CII, CEO Club, then Lady Circle and Round Table, and Tajurba. So I try to attend a lot of events, and I love networking.
Amazing.
And that's where when I talk to people, I get relaxed. And so I try to travel, meet people. So that is my relaxation during my hectic schedule.
So basically you've taken a holistic approach to your well-being. So be it, say, mentally, physically, psychologically, you've taken a holistic approach with different things. So you're not saying that you have one particular thing for the whole thing. So it's like you've equally balanced and given everything equal leverage or weightage towards, making sure that you're healthy. We're coming to the end of today's podcast, and I thought there's one word that is used so much everywhere is women empowerment. And be it anyone you find, they're all using the word women empowerment. Does women empowerment actually fall into your dictionary? And are you someone who uses it? And do you think we as women really need women some kind of an empowerment?
Yeah, we need empowerment on our personal front as well as on society front.
Okay.
And women empowerment is the need of the hour. And from the family front, each family member should support the women of the house in whatever way they can, so that they can complete their dreams, they can work towards their dream. And in organizations also, men can support the women for bringing the best out of these women, and they can women can do the best part, give the best part, and do justice to their post.
True, yes.
And then there are organizations which are coming front for women empowerment. And one such organization, I can't say organization, but yeah, there's one lady called Divya Momaya, and she has taken an oath to empower 1 lakh women for empowering them, and especially for independent directors.
Okay.
And she is connecting ladies to lot of boardrooms and all those. So each one is doing their parts in doing the women empowerment, giving that platform to the women, which till now nobody has given. And till now there was lot of discrimination between men and women, but now everybody is getting educated with that women empowerment and getting to know the qualities of the women and bringing women at the forefront. So I think, yeah, women empowerment is the need of the hour, and we all should do our bit to support the society
and the women around us.
And women around us.
This is my last question to you. As our audience and the people whom we are trying to reach out are going to be very young, upcoming women out there, the youth of tomorrow who want to reach out and do something. If there's one thing that you would want to tell them in terms of achieving their goals, what is that one thing that you would want to tell them?
They have to be dedicated with their dreams, because if some dreams has to be, they should follow some dreams, and then they should work towards it, show their dedication towards it, and have that passion to complete that dream.
Thank you so much. It was so wonderful talking to you. I think the IT sector is booming in such a way, and the immense work that you have put out, and you call yourself the couple founders and couple entrepreneurs. I think largely I got to hear that your husband has been such a pillar in your life when it came to your career and the boost that you got, and your family as well. Thank you so much for talking to us on this podcast, and it was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for giving this platform to open up my own views. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for tuning in to our second episode. Stay tuned. We have more wonderful women to talk to and hear their stories, and more women to reach out to all of you.